A great way to come up with new ideas on how to start a new business is to brainstorm ideas. So let's talk a little bit about the process of brainstorming. Brainstorming is a way of making a group of people all think about something at the same time, often in order to solve a problem or create a good idea. This is the definition by the Oxford Dictionary, but I put it here because I think it's very relevant to what we try to do. We're trying to think of a problem, and then we're trying to come up with different solutions to create some sort of customized solution for for the problem, and hopefully leave this problem and make it a product, the solution, and make it a product. So what about brainstorming? How do we brainstorm, right? The key on brainstorming is really to create a collaborative environment. So when you get a lot of people into the same room, you really have to make sure that everybody opens up and start suggesting an idea. So you have to make them comfortable. But at the beginning, if you want to create a brainstorming session, you bring everybody, you create a group of people, and then you select a moderator. So, and this moderator is the one who has to take control of the group and will kind of like set the tone on how the brainstorming session is going to go. So the moderator has to make sure to first start with a problem. So he's not gonna say, "Hey, a we're gonna create a better car." That's not a problem. We already have cars, so we don't need a better one. Now he could say something like, people have the problem of transporting from point A to point B, and the distance between point A and to point B is 300 miles. So how can we make it effective for people to commute this distance? So that's more like a problem statement. I'm not suggesting any solution. I'm not suggesting what's better or what's not. I'm just kind of like laying out the problem out there, right? So when you do that, everybody could say, "Hey, why don't we do helicopter rides? Why don't we do bus rides? Why don't we do jet rides? Why don't we do?" You're open to everything. Whereas if you say, "Hey, let's make a better car," you're already stuck on a car, and maybe you don't need a car. Maybe you need something else, right? So the first thing the moderator will do is state a problem and make sure they stay on that problem, right? That's the first thing. The second one, you want to encourage at the beginning quantity, because brainstorming is a quantity exercise. You want to encourage people to just start like shouting ideas and telling you all these, and the moderator will have to start grinding all these things. So you want quantity over quality in this case, and also you want to welcome wild ideas. You don't want moderator to be shutting down crazy ideas, because that will create an environment where nobody wants to share, because they'll be afraid they'll be shut down. So you want to create these wild ideas. It may be, you're flying on a jetpack. Great. Let's talk more about the jetpack. Tell me how it will, how it will benefit. So you just encourage wild ideas. You don't shut them down ever. An idea during a brainstorming session. So then you combine. So we were talking about transportation between a yacht and a jetpack. So maybe it's some sort of boat that has a jet propulsor that will take you faster, right? So it's just different stuff you can combine, and then you improve on ideas. And that's when really the magic of brainstorming happens. When you are when everybody's just throwing out words, that's fine and it's cool. But when people start combining the ideas and then improving upon them, that's when you're gonna see like super huge results on the actual outcome of your brainstorming session. And then also you want to make sure everybody's heard. Now, if you do not make sure everybody's heard, people will start shutting down, and you are going to end up only with one person speaking. So you want to make sure that you make everybody heard. The easiest way to do this is to start, or at least every couple of rounds of questions, you make everybody write down an answer.
So that way, everybody wrote an answer. If you don't have an answer, then you didn't participate on the session, right? So that's I think a best practice, just to make sure that people are heard. So that's how you go through a brainstorming session. Have fun.